Hi everyone, Mary the Psychic Shaman here, and I wanted to do a hopefully short video on a way that you can dig deeper to clear out your energy centers or your chakras, depending on what you believe, what you follow. Some believe you've got your three energy centers that correspond like to your root area to be for your lower self, your solar plexus heart area to be your middle self, and your third eye and crown area to be your upper self. Now this relates more with like the lower slash underworld, your middle world, and your upper world. So there's those three energy centers for that belief. You've also got, for shamanic belief, you've got your Yonkai, your moon eye, and Yachai, or third eye, not head. So there's those three energy centers. You also have your 7 chakras. Well, what you can do now, I showed you in a previous video on how every day in the shower, you can do like a mini clearing, by unwinding and releasing, into the drain and then rewinding. So there's that. But if you really want to dig deep, and this is the perfect time in the shadow season, and I know everyone's sick and tired of this shadow work and crap. It happens. It's just continual. But this is a perfect time to go really dig deep and do a good clearing of your energy centers. Now, you can also do this in the sun and with moonlight as well. But what I find works the best for a deep cleaning is to do this during meditation or journeying. Now, I do it with journeying. A lot of time I'll do it when I journey to the lower world, and I'll have asked for assistance from my ancestors and from the lineage of shamans that I'm connected to. But you can do that. You can ask your guides for help or any deities that you work with. I recently did a journey asking Hecate for some help with clearing my system out. That was a little different. That was utilizing the Hecatean cords, or snakes, as you would call. But this way, anyone can do it. If you can, some people can't journey yet, or you may be that you are journeying and you just don't know it. That could be the case too. Put yourself in a meditative state of trance. Go further if you can. You can do this by listening to shamanic drumming. You can do this by humming, and even just rocking yourself will help get that. Do it with rattles. You can do it by like humming or singing, like I said. Even I start getting into that altered state even just by opening sacred space. So you could do it with chanting, with prayers. Some people dance, throw some music on, dance like crazy, and then, some may be able to do it with music on, or turn it off and lay down. Don't fall asleep though. So get into that very deep trance, and then start envisioning your center. So if you're looking at your chakras, like look at your root chakra, and you can ask help, like I said, from your guides. Look really deep into that spinning vortex of your root. The red color, is it murky? Is it bright? Is there sludge in there? Is it spinning slowly? Look in and clean it out. You can do this yourself or with help. Like I said, it's easier with help. Look and see, are there rocks in there? Is there mud? Is it like black tar? What is there? And go through each of your energy centers and clear them out. What are you using? Are you spraying water with a water hose in there to help, pull out and get rid of all the gunk? Do you need something, a spell from Merlin to go and shoot lightning in to get rid of, I don't know, whatever is there? Go through each of your chakras or energy centers and clean them out. See, and it's interesting, when I've done this, and I usually go through each of the 7 chakras, is that certain ones, no two are the same with how, what type of sludginess is in there or what speed they're spinning. So you go in, you envision what's going on, envision whatever comes to mind, just intuitively, whatever is coming to mind, to clean it out. Again, you do this in a trance, in a meditative, very deep meditative state. Go through each one, cleaning it out. See what is, what What type of rate is it spinning? What kind of gunk do you have in there? And you may have just this beautiful light that you don't need to do anything to other than just look at, see how beautiful it is. And that's awesome when that happens. But make sure you go through each one, envision what it looks, what does it look like? Think about it. Whatever comes to mind is what you need to work on. Do you need to clean it out or not? Intuitively think, well, how should I clean it out? I had one that I had to clean out with fire. It really all just depends. Go through each one, and when you think you have it all cleaned out, when you've got it all cleaned out, ask help. Whether you work with angels or dragons or your guides or deities or ancestors, ask them to help you to make sure you got everything. There might be just a little speck of sand that's still stuck in one of them rotating. Make sure you go in each one and sit there or lay there. Usually I lay down when I do these, and just feel how much better do you feel with doing that. Once you feel that you have them all clean, then respin them. Spin them to make them fast. Re-energize them, relight them. And you can do this, even if you're in trance and journeying, you can still do hand motions and still stay in that trance. You don't have to, but you can. Or in your head, you're doing that, with whatever's where you're at, while you're journeying or whatever you're picturing. And do that. Respin them to activate them. And, make sure you always thank whoever is helping you. Heck, thank yourself. You think about your higher self is there helping you out as well. You can call your higher self down to help you with this type of stuff as well. And really lay there and feel, once you've got all this cleared, this gunk, cleared out of your chakras or your energy centers, just relax. Feel how great it feels to be clean. And this is something that, you can do a couple times a year. You can do it once a month. You can do it once a week. You can do it every day if you really want to. But really, the heavy cleaning should be done, I think, seasonally. And like I said, this is a perfect time to do that. And a good time to connect and see who, so you do work with all kinds of guides and different deities and different spirits. Who comes and helps you? You can see, wow, that person's definitely a healer. You may have a deity like, I don't deal with that crap, who works with you on a daily basis, but that's not something that they deal with. So it's interesting to see who comes forward to help. I actually did have Merlin come, which was so interesting. I was like, yeah, right. This was, last season, last shadow season, when I was doing all kinds of shadow work, and I was doing this healing on myself. And I was in the upper world, I believe, and I had like Merlin come up by my feet and was helping with doing clearing. And in my head, I'm like, this is wonky. Like, Merlin's gonna come and help me. Is Merlin even real? Of course, you got to watch that. If you start questioning things too much, just let it go while you're in your journey, because otherwise you'll snap yourself right out of it, and then your ego will take over. But it is interesting to see who comes and helps out. So again, pretty simple and easy. Hardest thing for, a lot of people is getting in that journey, getting in that deep enough trance state to actually put yourself in there. You set your intention before you go in. Some people like guided meditation journeys type of things. I find it much easier for myself just to set my intention of what I'm doing before I go in, and I will state to myself and out loud before I put myself in the meditative state, in the trance state, of what my intention is during the journey. And then, of course, depending on where I go, I have gatekeepers that I tell, what I'm going to do, what my intentions are, before they'll let me in. If I'm not going to that, say I'm just going to like my inner temple within myself, then I'm still stating the intention out loud. And that helps to guide you to where you're going and what you're doing. So that is just a little bit about doing a deep clean. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Again, this is Mary the Psychic Shaman, and I'm wishing you all a very lovely, lovely shadow season. See you later.